Hi everybody, welcome to ABC Gluten Free. Oh my goodness, we're back, we're broadcasting, we're live today on Periscope and live stream. And as you can see, we have a very, very special guest, and that's Sophia. We have Jen is here with us today all the way from Ohio. She is the gluten and grain-free gourmet. Now, if you've never heard of Jen or you've never checked out some of her stuff, you can go to her Facebook page, you can go to her website. Where else? Twitter.
ggfgourmet.com is the website.
Okay, that's
Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, LinkedIn.
all of those friendly social media sites. So we're glad you're joining us today on ABC Gluten Free. We have our special guest, Jen, and of course my beautiful little helper, Sophia, who's always here with me. She's going to help Jen to make her something delicious to eat. So I'm excited to have you here.
Thank you so much
And
for
thank you for
Dana.
coming.
Very
She came
nice.
all the way from Ohio. Shout out to Ohio, everybody
Go
out
Bucks!
there. She makes actually Buckeyes that are
I do.
incredible, and those are grain-free, right?
Grain-free, soy-free, dairy-free.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so you guys have to check out her website, and you really have to go on her actual website and read her story, because her story is incredible, the transformation that she went through, and I'm not going to give it all away, but she didn't look like this before. Okay, thank you, honey. Okay, so we're going to get started because we actually have a lot of work to do, and we're going to put Jen to work cooking, and she bakes all week, she cooks all week, she cooks for clients, she bakes her cookies, she's all over the place, and we're going to put her to work on our show today live, so we're glad you're joining us. So you ready to work, Jen?
I am ready.
So
Let's get
today
to
we're
it.
making some really delicious foods that are grain-free, dairy-free, soy-free, obviously gluten-free because we don't do anything but. We're doing our little Italian twist on it because Jen knows you're in Jersey, we're Italian people, we got to get the Jersey Italian girl going. We got to pull it out of her. She got a little Jersey girl in her, we got to pull it out, little Italian love in there. And she's going to actually start cooking because we need to get busy. We have a lot of work to do.
Great.
All right, so Jen's going to get started. We're making spaghetti pie. Now, for those of you who grew up in my era, we used to have spaghetti pie with the leftover spaghetti.
Oh, this is cute.
Stop, please. Okay. We used to make spaghetti pie with leftover spaghetti, and it would be leftover spaghetti, eggs, and cheese, and we just put it all in a pan and cook it in the oven, and it was fabulous. Jen's going to make her version, which is going to be, hi guys, how are you? Thanks for joining us on Periscope. Oh my, we got blue hearts. That's for Jen today.
Yay.
She's green though. Her logo is green. Anybody have some green hearts out there?
Yeah, I saw a person
We'll
with
take the
green.
blue
We'll
one.
take
Sophia's
blue.
wearing the blue. We need some green. Oh, we've got pink.
Pink.
We're loving the pink hearts. Thank you very much, guys. Jen's
Heart.
going to get cooking on the actual meat. So let's get the meat
Yep.
Do
going.
you
So
deep fry
all right,
them?
you got it? Let me get that for you.
you.
Oh yeah, we deep fry all the time, just not on today's show because we got the gluten and grain-free gourmet here, and she's gonna show us how to whip up an awesome dinner. We're making grain-free cannolis, so don't go anywhere. If you need to, go get a pen and paper to write down the recipe. And Sophia, we hope you guys BYON, right?
Bring your own
Bring your own
napkin.
napkin because you're going to be drooling over this recipe.
Whoa,
So
whoa,
for the
whoa.
spaghetti pie,
Woo, woo.
she's gonna actually cook up her.
We've got grass-fed beef.
We have grass-fed beef.
We're going to brown that up. Do we have the spaghetti squash?
We have the spaghetti squash. We're going to get started on that. Let me put this here. What we're using for the inside of the spaghetti pie is going to be the ground meat with some of this is my Tilly's tomato. These are tomatoes from our garden that we canned. She's going to be using some cottage cheese and some eggs. And we also have some pecorino romano and some Irish cheddar. I'm just going to put this over here for now because we don't actually need it.
And we are going to make this also, we'll just tell you that there are ways to make it dairy-free.
Dairy-free version.
You don't have to worry about the cheese if you can't have it.
So for the dairy-free version, you can use our cashew ricotta, which is really just cashews soaked and then ground up with a little bit of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar and a little bit of salt, and that makes that almost similar ricotta flavor. Can I have it on the pan, please? Thank you. All right, here's our spaghetti squash. You know what we did with this today? We roasted it in the oven. You want to tell them, Jen?
It was an hour in the oven, real simple. We didn't even poke holes in it. I learned that when I was here. And you just cut it in half after it's baked and cooled. And then we're going to show you how easily the noodles come out of the middle. I've always been shocked at spaghetti squash and how easy it is to make, and how closely I think it tastes to like an angel hair pasta.
All right, so we're just gonna cut our squash. Okay, so we have seeds in here. Those seeds have to come out, so we're going to scrape the seeds out. Sophie, you want to do that?
But you might not want to throw them away, because if you've ever roasted pumpkin seeds, you can do the same thing with seeds from spaghetti squash, and they actually come out like a really nice crunchy treat.
They're really nice to put on top of your salad. They taste really yummy. Or on top of your pasta, your spaghetti squash pasta, obviously.
There's some of the
Or just a nice snack in the car for all those soccer games.
Yeah, all those soccer games. So this week Jen was visiting with us. We dragged her all over the place.
It was a lot of fun.
And she also stopped in New York, and you stopped by to see who?
Jenna.
Hi,
Drew.
Jenna.
Hi, Jenna.
Hi to Jenna. We love to have her come on the show too. She's such a good time. And you stayed at her house, right?
I did. Yes.
So if you guys recognize Jen, it's because you saw her at the Hartford, right?
Hartford.
At the Hartford
gluten-free and allergen-free
wellness event.
You got it.
Hosted by, of course, the most fabulous Nikki, right?
That's right.
She's the
Shout
best.
out to Nikki.
Yeah, she's the best. All right, so if you guys recognize her, you saw her there at her table. She was selling probably some of the things you can see right here. She's got her chocolate bars, sea salt chocolate bars, dark chocolate. Who doesn't love that? She also has some of her seasoning mixes, which are all over the place. They're delicious. You can use them for everything. You can use them for dip. You can use them for marinades. You can use them for rubs. You can use them for chicken, beef, fish, whatever it is that you like to eat. You can even use it if you're just gluten-free. You know that these are gluten-free and they're safe.
Made in a dedicated facility.
Yeah, so she has like a chipotle one. She has a ranch one, which is great for making a ranch dip. You could do a dairy-free. She also has Italian dressing mix.
Which we are going to use the Italian right
We're
now,
gonna
actually.
use a bunch of them, yeah. I think we're going to use a bunch of them, aren't we?
We might.
All right, so I'm going to get the Italian mix because Jen's going to put it in. She's cooking that grass-fed beef, and I just want to move this out so they can see what you're doing.
Yes.
And then Jeremiah can crop.
Just browning up the beef, and we're going to add the Italian dressing mix.
So this week, not only have we been coming up with a bunch of different recipes to use, but we've been incorporating a lot of dairy-free techniques so that you can have the option to swap out. Because Sophie and I have Dairy Select, we're Dairy Select, but I'm egg-free. Jen is soy-free, grain-free. So it's really, cooking is a lot of fun, but you need to experiment. So when we make the cannoli shells, we're going to give you some options. When we make the spaghetti pie, we're going to give you some options so that you know you don't have to use the cottage cheese, you can use the cashew cheese. You also can, if you don't want to use the eggs, you can do an egg replacer, or just like we can have the yolk, so we put the yolk in. So those are options, right?
Those are
You want your
options.
seasoning
Excellent,
now?
yes.
All right, so you want to tell them what's in your Italian seasoning?
Absolutely. This has
girl.
sea salt, garlic salt, organic, a little bit of organic cane, organic onion powder, organic oregano, some of it from my garden, black pepper and celery salt, organic thyme, basil, and parsley. So this is a mix that you can buy ready-made from us, and so you save yourself a lot of work in the kitchen. That's what this is designed to do.
Okay.
I'm just going to sprinkle some right over top of the grass-fed beef.
Okay.
Oh, if you could smell this.
I know, right? I always say, where's the smell of
Where's the
vision?
smell,
Emma
right?
always
Smell of
says that
vision.
smell
You
of
know that's
vision.
coming. You know
Yeah.
it's coming.
So Sophia's just digging out the spaghetti squash, and as you can see, we got our beautiful spaghetti squash from Alaire Community Farm. We ordered a whole case because we love it so much, and I would prefer to eat this than pasta. So we scooped that all out. Now, if you wanted to, when we were younger, when I first got married, I would put it back in here with the meatball and use
great
this as
idea.
like the dish instead.
That's a great idea. I
But
love
you
that.
still needed a dish, but it would just look cute at the table.
If
So
you don't want to
we're-
do that, you can compost it too.
Yeah, you can compost it. We're not composting, but she can take it home with her.
I'll take it home.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us on Periscope. We're glad you're here. We can't see your name, so if you want us to give you a shout out, put your name in bold letters so we can just say hi to you and thank you for joining us. We're glad you're here today. We're with Jen, the gluten and grain-free gourmet, all the way from Ohio. She came to New Jersey to visit us. We're making this delicious spaghetti pie. You guys are going to love this. It's grain-free. It can be dairy free, it's soy free, and you guys are gonna this is gonna be to die for. We're also making grain free cannolis. We know you guys have probably never seen that, and we're gonna actually show you how we make it on the show. What part of Ohio? They want to know where you're from.
Oh, I'm just east of Columbus in a little town called Heath. Near Granville, where I grew up, actually.
You got Ohio people out there? Where are you guys from? Where are you guys from? If you're from Ohio, let us know. All right, Sophia, you're doing a great job. Sophia's just scooping out that spaghetti. Jen is still cooking that ground beef. We're almost done. No.
It's a nice grass-fed beef, and then we added the Italian dressing from
we have just
our
crushed
kitchen.
tomato.
And we have Dana's garden tomatoes that we have added.
We're done with that,
So we've
right?
made a really nice, simple meat sauce, ready in, 10 minutes, not even?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely,
We got it! Yay, go Bucks!
Yeah, thank you for putting it in caps. That really helps us because, we're getting a little old. Our vision, we need to see it a little bit better. In caps, we can see it perfectly. Thank you.
Otherwise, don't shout,
Yeah, no shouting. Yeah, go Buckeyes. Have you ever tried Jen's Buckeyes? She does a grain-free Buckeye. Oh my gosh.
Grain-free, soy-free,
It's
dairy-free.
crazy, yeah.
Yes,
All the way free.
all the way free.
Except
We're
you
trying
have to
to.
buy it.
That's true.
That's the only thing. All right, so
Alright, we've got the
are
great
you
meat
almost
sauce.
done with that? We're
We
gonna
are
put that into a
good.
bowl.
We're gonna put this aside. What's that? It's a nice pile
That's
of
a big old
noodles.
mound.
Look at these. I don't know if you can see these, but these are just incredible
Yeah.
because they are so well defined as noodles. Sometimes you get the spaghetti squash and it's really,
Look at that.
once you cook it, there's so much water in it. This is wonderful, and this is a local spaghetti squash you got.
It's not local,
local,
but it's
okay.
organic from
Sure.
a farm that we belong to.
Fantastic.
Look at these. These are awesome.
Beautiful noodles. We do want to drain those noodles though, because even though they look great, they contain a lot of water. Squash is known for being, all vegetables and plants contain a lot of water, but when you're working with these as noodles,
What would you do? You're just gonna strain. We would just put them in a
I
strainer.
strain them and I put a cloth or a paper towel on top
Okay.
to get as much moisture out as you can.
So we have a little bit of a time issue, so we're gonna bring these to the back, and I'm gonna let Jeremiah do the straining on that, so that we can get started on the rest of our stuff. Okay, Jeremiah.
So we're just finishing up the meat sauce here. Again, this is grass-fed beef, our Italian dressing packet, half of it, and homegrown tomatoes, so really yummy ingredients. Very simple. This will be something you can make for the family ready in half an hour, essentially.
Spaghetti squash in the strainer.
Meat sauce, and then we're actually going to
What? You wanna eat that? Yes. Go ahead, eat that.
do we want to turn this off, or?
We're gonna turn this off right now, and we're gonna get back to this in a few minutes.
That is very good.
Sounds very
Alright,
good? Okay, we've got it very good. Awesome.
What Jen is gonna do is she's gonna get started on the inside, which is just like a little filling, almost like a regatta filling. We use regatta on one, and she's gonna use cottage cheese on the other. It's totally up to you. But we realized, right, that the regatta had in it vinegar, which is not grain-free.
Unless it says apple cider vinegar, it's
Right,
not
so that
grain-free.
did not. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to make one that was safe for Jen to eat, and we also wanted to give you some options. So the regatta cheese that we usually buy is from Italy, and it's at Wegmans. We didn't have that this morning, so what we did was just use a little bit of regatta left that gluten-free grandma had. Thankfully, she had a little bit in the refrigerator, and we used that for the spaghetti pie that we made for us. So Jen's gonna make her version, and she's gonna show you a little bit of what that filling inside is gonna be like, and I'm just gonna quickly rinse this out.
And I love the cottage cheese because it's just readily available if you can't get ricotta. I do only use, Daisy brand is the only one I have found that doesn't add the extra fillers. So you can be assured that it is a grain-free, soy-free cottage cheese. Sometimes that's hard to find. So either ricotta or cottage cheese, and then I just add some parsley and oregano to that if I have it available.
Alright, so we need the parsley and the oregano. That's what she's telling me. That's what
And
she's
then
telling me.
it makes a nice mix to fill up the, bless you.
Thank you, we have that too.
Be blessed, my friend.
Thank you. Alright, we're gonna put the West Bend away while she's making that mix, and we're gonna get started on the second part of our meal, which is the grain-free cannolis. You guys do not want to go anywhere for this because this is going to be the bomb, right?
That, definitely.
If you have to go to the bathroom, go now while
Go
she's
now.
mixing. While
That's
she's mixing,
right.
remember about the. Excuse me, honey.
But can I tell you how much I love this girl? She took all of her herbs from her garden outside and dried them and put them in this little bottle and mixed them all together.
And you know what it's called, right?
Special
Dana's
ingredient.
special
And it's called the
ingredient.
special
There you go.
ingredient, which the kids never want me to
Secret.
tell anybody
Don't
We're not, I guess
what's
we're
in
not-
it.
Don't tell.
But we never know what's in it because we just take everything that's left in the garden and dry it out. And gluten-free grandma takes all snip, and we dry everything, and then we just grind it all up and put it into the processor, and put it in a container, and it's good to go.
Now,
And so you're ready on
is
that.
this one safe to use the whole egg?
Yep,
Okay,
that's yours.
so we're gonna do that.
Yours.
Alright, so what
So
we're
we're
gonna
gonna
do,
squash the squash. How about
gotta
that?
squash the squash, and then we're gonna take just a little bit of olive oil. And if you can have dairy, you can use butter, but just something a little bit to line the pan so that it doesn't stick in there. Maybe.
I
Let's
squashed
stick 'em out
the
there.
squash.
She squashed the squash, keep squashing. There's a lot of water in there.
It's gonna make me work.
Make it work.
Let's move this out of the way so they can see what you're doing.
Sorry. Alright, so I've just essentially greased this with a little olive oil so it won't stick. And then we're gonna take the spaghetti noodles, which are awesome. Look at this. Look at this. This is amazing. Okay, so we're gonna put these in here. I'm gonna need a little bit more of that spice mix. Oh boy. Oh,
I'm gonna grab that.
got it.
Sophie, get her little bowl for that. The yellow bowl's right there. There you go. There we
So you
go.
can do this right in the pan.
I got it.
Perfect, thank you.
You need some more Italian seasoning?
I do.
Here you
So
go.
we're gonna just do this with our eggs. We're gonna whip these up real quick. And then we're gonna
You want
need
to do
the,
that for Jen? Beat the eggs for Jen?
what's that special, what's the special cheese that we use on here? The one
We're
instead of the
using
Parmesan?
Pecorino Romano,
Parmesan.
and that is either a sheep's milk normally.
Sheep's
We
milk.
use that, yeah.
So
Let's get the
can people who
package
can't have dairy can generally have that, or it just depends?
up. No, it depends.
It depends, okay.
Depends, yeah. Now, actually, it's sheep's milk, so that is, the Pecorino Romano is sheep's milk. The other one is goat, I can't remember the name of it.
Okay,
I don't remember the name of that one.
so we're gonna shred a little bit of that over top of this. Yep,
There you go.
alright.
We also have Irish cheddar. We're gonna put a little Dubliner on
That'll
the
be
top.
on top of the
We're gonna
sauce.
put some Dubliner on the top.
Once we put it after the, it's in the
Now,
oven.
this was Jen's first time having Kerrygold, right?
Yes. I've had Kerrygold butter,
Yeah.
which was fabulous.
Unbelievable.
And if you haven't had that, I believe it's grass fed, right? It's all grass fed.
and
And is it clarified or is that the?
no,
okay.
that's the ghee.
Yeah.
Kerrygold is from Ireland. They're a family-owned company, very, very old, been making butter and all kinds of cheeses for a very long time. Great company. We love Rose from Kerrygold. She's a wonderful lady. All right, Sophia is mixing the eggs. Jen is mixing a little bit of cheese in the spaghetti squash. We have the oven on 350. She oiled the pan because we're gonna bake that for a little bit. It's gonna be twice baked. So she's gonna bake it once just with the spaghetti, and then we're gonna bake it a second time with the filling and the meat, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and
Nice
put those
and
eggs in
going.
there. So we just took 2 eggs that Sophia did such a great job of whipping those up into shape. So they're nice and smooth. And you don't have to do this with your hands. It's just that my hands are handy right now. So that's what I'm doing.
Look at
You
this
just mix
delicious
it
meat.
all.
Look at that. That looks so
It's gonna
good.
be great, isn't it?
It smells really good.
And then we have the
Is it right?
I can't have that. It's beef, honey. It's
Aw.
right. That's we're making this for Jen so she can drive home and eat her spaghetti pie on the way home.
no, that one is yours. Oh, that one's the beef. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
All right. So we're gonna bake that.
And we need a little
What is
Italian
this?
seasoning. Does somebody want to put that on top?
Yeah, I will.
I
Okay.
will.
You want to do it, Sophia? Here, go ahead.
So interesting, I made yours with just egg yolks, and
Yeah,
it's
right.
not as soupy. And maybe we should have just stuck with egg yolks on
Oh,
this.
okay.
So some.
Or maybe because you dried the spaghetti squash a lot better than I did. She squashed the squash better than me, I bet.
I just probably spent more time squashing it.
Definitely. We have a
Not
little, we have a
necessarily.
little time thing, so we have to make sure we're on time and
Yes.
off time.
Yes.
All right, that's good, honey.
That's good.
Very
All right,
good.
so now we're going to just form it in there.
She's making a little pie shell, which is really cool because you can put anything in there if you want, right?
You can put anything in here if you want.
You're awesome.
And then I'm not doing it today, but you can also, as part of the filling, you can use vegetables like zucchini. You can
Nice.
slice really fine. spinach leaves. Anytime you can add a vegetable and you don't necessarily have to taste it, it's always a bonus. So
Yeah.
that's a good way to do it.
You could do one without meat too, right?
Yes,
Just
you could
vegetables
definitely
alone.
do a vegetable
Or you
one.
could do veggies and meat.
Sure, absolutely. So really just look at this as a pie crust, and you could use it any way you want to fill it. A savory pie crust, of course, not a sweet one, but.
Well, today we're making a full meal on ABC Gluten Free with the gluten and grain free gourmet Jen. I know her as Jen, so when I have to say her full name, I tongue twist myself. But she feeds me cookies, so I could say her name perfectly fine.
And why do I feed you cookies?
Because they're delicious.
And she can eat them. Actually, she was an inspiration because I had a number of customers who maybe follow a vegan lifestyle or just can't have eggs. So these cookies are egg-free, soy-free, dairy-free, and grain-free. So
They're so delicious. They're the best chocolate chip cookies I've ever had.
thank you.
And I don't care if you had Chips Ahoy and you had whatever else. Betty Crocker has nothing on this girl.
Wow, thank you.
Those cookies are delicious. I ate them the whole way home from Ohio and I was smiling the whole way.
And
Alright,
that's
so we're
ready
going
to
to
go
bake this in the oven.
Yep.
Sophie, you want to bring that to Jeremiah? Carefully, honey. Thank you. Alright, we're going to get started on our cannoli shells because we're making a paleo cannoli. Now, I know you guys are thinking that's going to taste gross. That's not going to be good. But trust me, we tested it. We ate it. It was delicious.
And we didn't even
So
mention
we're gonna-
paleo
I
at
know,
the beginning. I
right?
just
Yeah,
realized
I
that.
know.
So paleo, primal, lots of different lifestyles this will cover here. Or if they
Alright.
just want good food, it tastes good too. So
Yeah, alright, let's clean up our mess a little bit, really quick, a quick wipe. Sophie, can you turn on the pizza maker?
How do I do that?
they have a pizzelle maker. My grandmother
light
used to
or
make
medium?
pizzelles from scratch. And I was really enjoying watching her use the pizzelle maker yesterday. So
Alright, so this is our pizzelle maker, and we know it's probably a little bit hard for you guys to see, but you've seen it before, I used it on the show. So this was my Aunt Mary's, and when she died, she left me her pizzelle maker. So I make pizzelles for cannoli shells instead of the fried version, although I do the fried version, but today we're doing a crispy cookie. So we're going to do a pizzelle crust cookie cannoli shell for our paleo grain-free cannolis. And Jen is going to kind of talk us through that a little bit. Sophia, why don't you grab some of the ingredients? Yep, we need that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to combine a few different flours, and we're going to show you that in a second. Let's put this over here. Grab me the blue bowl, Sophia, please, and the tiger nut oil. Today we're using tiger nuts. Now, tiger nuts are a tuber, and it's not a nut.
it's not that.
So it's a little bit complicated, but you can understand that. We'll share it with you. What we have in here is a bunch of different flours. We have some chestnut flour, some tiger nut flour, some almond flour, and Sophia's just going to kind of whip that up. You're going to put that together, Sophia. And Jen is actually going to get an egg yolk ready with some sugar. We have our egg there. We'll take that with you.
I do.
We're going to use 1 egg yolk, and we're going to use 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar. You can substitute whatever you want for the sugar. I like raw sugar. That's what I would put in it. We're using coconut sugar today because that's what Jen likes, and we're going to make delicious, crispy cannoli shells that are grain-free, dairy-free, paleo, soy-free. What else? They're just not nut-free.
They're not nut-free, right.
Right?
Just due to the combination of flours, right. But they, we could probably try it someday
Yes.
without the nuts.
Alright, so we're using tiger nut flour. This is how it comes. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this.
It's a tuber.
And it's a tuber, not a nut. And it's mostly from Spain, usually. And we got this on tigernutsusa.com.
Yes.
Jen is a little bit familiar, and we thank Jack for sending us
Thanks, Jack.
this yummy stuff. And we're going to do something spectacular with it. So we're going to make the shell. It's going to be very simple. You guys don't freak out because it's really easy. And you don't need to have the equipment that we have in order to make what we're making. You just need to have the pizzelle maker. So Jen, you're going to do 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar in that.
You got it?
It's right there, right? And then I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of tiger nut oil. You can use, don't do anything yet, Sophia, just leave it there. You can use olive oil, you can use whatever kind of oil you guys like to use. You can use that. And if you are allergic to certain oils, you could try like an avocado oil. You can use a coconut oil. This worked really well for us, but this is very expensive and you can substitute it. So we had olive oil ready here we could have used for you. Not yet. Jen's gonna actually beat that egg with the sugar, and then we're gonna put it into the batter, and we're gonna add some water. So basically that's our dough for our cannoli shells for our grain-free cannolis, which are gonna be amazing. This is our piece of equipment that we use to roll the cannoli shells on,
My daddy needs.
which was custom made for us, yep. And you don't have to have this, you could just use a wooden dowel or something like that, or you can use the edge of a bowl or a plate or a baking sheet. And that would be totally fine, you can still do that. Alright, Jen,
I'm getting there. Close.
you getting there?
Getting there.
Alright,
What are we adding to this?
we are adding, you're gonna put that in here, actually, either way. We're gonna blend them together. Sophia's gonna do the mixing.
Alright, so we'll just put it in here.
I just wanna make sure we're on the right track here. So basically what we're doing is just making the shell for the cannolis, and then Jen's gonna start making the cream, which we can actually, we're gonna actually make a coconut cream. That's gonna be yummy and delicious.
Amazing. I am still
It's
blown away.
amazing, right?
Yes.
And the coconut cream you can substitute, if you can't have coconut, you can substitute for cashew, or you can just do a dairy version, which would be the mascarpone and the ricotta cheese mixed together with the powdered sugar. If you wanted to just do a gluten-free version, you can use that.
And just remember, powdered sugar generally contains
Yes.
corn as a separator, so you'd have to make your own. To make powdered sugar, really just
We did
blend
it,
Yeah,
right?
just blend it up.
Alright, so we're gonna add a couple tablespoons of water, and Sophia's gonna blend that up. And Jen, you're gonna get started on the cream.
I'm gonna get started.
All right.
Okay.
You wanna use that bowl or no?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
rinse it out.
Alright, so we're gonna get started on the cream. The coconut cream, we found this. See this? This coconut cream in a box. It's delicious. And Jen's gonna get started on the actual ingredient inside. Alright, so let's move this stuff out of the way. So for the coconut cream, what we did is we finally made, not finally, but fine, as in very fine. We made a powdered sugar out of raw sugar. You could make a powdered sugar out of coconut sugar. You could make it out of pretty much anything. But in order to keep it grain-free, we used the raw sugar.
Yes.
So we're actually going to use that in the coconut
Now we
in
can
order
make
to
the
sweeten it.
powdered sugar.
Okay, so she's going to be using maple syrup, the powdered sugar that we made, the coconut cream. You're going to need
Scissors.
Scissors, yeah. Jeremiah, would you get scissors for her, please? Sophia's still mixing that, and then I'm going to show you how we make the shells. The shells are delicious just by themselves. Good girl, thank you.
And why did we have to get this, Dana? Do you remember why we had to get this?
We had to get that because all of the coconut creams in the can had something in them that was not grain-free, right?
Generally, guar gum or some sort of gum that,
Xanthan
unless you
gum,
can
guar
call
gum.
the manufacturer and really find out truly is what is it made from, because you think it's made from one thing, it's made from something else. It's you have to be sort of a detective when you're watching out for grain ingredients.
And you definitely have to read all labels.
All labels.
All labels. Alright, so you guys see our pizza is ready. We're going to put 1 teaspoon of the filling, of the shell batter on here. I don't like to do too many at a time because to roll them you have to go quickly. So you want to roll them, you want to pull them off the pizza iron, you want to be able to roll them quickly before they dry. And really depending on the weather is how the pizzelles come out. So today it's actually kind of beautiful weather here in New Jersey, so they might be good. You okay? Yeah? You have nothing to do today? She's not
You might take it on your jobs.
You're going to have to work that hard because normally we would put that in the food processor.
Yeah.
And we would just break it up and everything. We do have one ready, so we're not going to really fret over it too much. But Jen can actually put all of the ingredients in there and break it up a little bit, and then you can kind of put it to the side. You don't have to go all the way. Alright, so we just used this organic coconut in the box, and as you saw, it came in a bag. She cut the top off and just squeezed it all out.
Just breaking it
Very
up here.
simple. It's not complicated. The pizzelles on the pizza iron take about 2 minutes. We're going to pull them off. We want them undercooked a little bit, and then we roll them onto the roller. And then if you want them more crispy, you can put them in the oven for about 5 to 6 minutes. How
And
you
I'm
doing
adding
over there?
the sugar
Yep.
here.
Mhm.
Okay.
I
So
think
this
it was
is
like
the
a tablespoon. So.
okay.
A tablespoon of our powdered sugar that we made, homemade powdered sugar. And then we're going to use about a tablespoon of pure maple syrup.
And this is why they put a separator in powdered sugar, because it will stick together.
Yeah, it'll stick together.
But that doesn't mean you have to.
When you're going to put it into something and you're going to use it right away, it's fine.
And then we have a little local maple syrup
Yes.
to add, and we were doing a teaspoon.
I think a teaspoon or a tablespoon. Let's see. A teaspoon of maple syrup. Yep, thank you.
We're going to estimate here. That's pretty close.
There you go. Alright, so Jen, I just wanted to ask you about when you first got diagnosed, what actually was your diagnosis?
Well, when I first started, my only diagnosis was high cholesterol. But there were so many things making me feel miserable, I didn't even know where to start. So by the time I wound up with my 8th doctor, who was an integrative physician, they finally, he tested me for celiac disease. I didn't have it. I was in his program for 9 months and then didn't feel any better. So I went in to tell him goodbye. And he said, Jen, I think you need to try going gluten-free. And I thought he was crazy because I was gluten-free, so I thought. I had learned all about processed foods, and but within a week of taking out just the little crumbs, I saw a huge difference.
Just a crumb.
And he said, 1 crumb, Jen, 1 crumb will set you back for weeks and weeks. And he was absolutely right.
I tell people that all the time, and you really have to be very, very cautious because 1 crumb can set you back. How long do you think?
I mean, he said weeks and weeks. I've seen studies where if your antibodies are ignited, which 1 crumb can do, it can take your body 6 months to get rid of that toxin.
That's horrible.
So,
and everybody's different.
Everybody's different. And if you have any inflammation, if you have other diseases, that can really just set you back or even start something new in your body. So that's why I'm very passionate about making sure things are very pure.
And if you guys get to go on her website, honestly, I don't usually promote anybody other websites or anything like that, but you have to go on to the Gluten and Grain-Free Gourmet's website and look at her profile, look at her story, read what happened to her, and then you see for yourself what she looks like now and what she used to look like will shock you. And that's all about eating. Tell them that it was complete.
It was complete.
Tell them what happened.
Well, when I first started having the symptoms of just gaining weight, my father had passed away when he was 56 years old. He had heart disease, high cholesterol, and diabetes. And so that really fueled my, I was concerned about having the same thing happen to me. And he died at 56, so here I was in my 30s and I'm showing the same signs of everything. And so I started running, and I was running about 3 miles a day, and actually ran my first 2 5Ks. And guess what? I was sicker than a dog. I went to work.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I would be at my desk in the morning and somebody would come by and say good morning to me and I would just, tears would just come out of my eyes.
Goodness, wow.
And it was just crazy. Well, here my body was so malnourished and here I'm running and running, you think running's great for you, which it can be, but it's 99% what you put in your body.
You put it in your mouth. Everything matters.
Everything matters.
Yep.
Everything matters. Even from.
Yep. That's true. Alright, so you guys can see we're doing the pizza sales real quick. I'm trying to be quick about it, but because I'm talking, I'm getting myself distracted.
I'm impressed. She's a good multitasker.
I'm not a good multitasker. That's why I burn stuff.
Oh, can I tell them my website?
Of course, go ahead.
Go out to GGF Gourmet. That's GGF as in Frank, gourmet.com. And that you'll see my picture right there on the left when you pull the website up.
Crazy. Alright, so the cream we're going to actually just put aside because you saw us put all the ingredients in it. Now what needs to happen is it needs to go in a food processor, your Vitamix, your blender, whatever you want to do. And that has to be whipped up. We're not going to do that because we know you guys don't like the noise. We've gotten hate mail about all of the noise.
No hate mail.
So we don't want to get you mad. So what we're going to do is just put that to the side and I'm going to let Jen pull out for you the cream that we have ready. That's delicious and ready to go. And we're just going to show you the finished product. You okay? Yeah? Jeremiah can see if it's in a bowl, I believe, just covered, right?
With that foil?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the cashew cream.
I got her in my refrigerator doing all kinds of stuff this week. Alright, so look at those nice sales. Nice. Grain-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. Amazing. Look at that. Now those are going to crisp up a little bit. And we're going to have those ready to be filled. I'm going to just do these last 2, maybe last 3. It was right near there, right?
Well, if there's something under there, it looks like mashed potatoes. I'm not sure.
actually have 3 to go. Maybe I'll do those.
White.
I'll do the last
That's
3.
not it, is it?
Yep, that's
Oh, it
it.
is? Okay. I thought it was mashed potatoes, my fault.
She thought it was mashed potatoes, but she tells you how nice it looks.
Yes,
Because
definitely.
it's
Coconut
white
cream.
and creamy.
Look at that. It's like,
You want to just take a spoon and
incredible.
like show them the way it's beautiful? Yes, Sophia, thank you, honey.
oh, I guess it got a little, it hardened because we put it in the refrigerator.
Yeah, well, it's going to harden, and that's where you can actually re-blend it a little bit or soften it in the microwave just for a few seconds
It's like
and
ice
kind of
cream.
rework it. Yeah, it's a little bit like ice cream.
A little like
So
ice cream.
what this is actually is the coconut cream, and it's stiffened up because we used that powdered sugar, so it got nice and hard, and that it will do that. So you want to set it at a room temperature, which is what we're doing right now. We're gonna let that sit out before we fill anything, and we're gonna clean up our stuff.
That sounds like a good idea.
And then we're going to get started on our third item. We have 3 items for you today. So we have a full meal for you today because we want you to eat delicious, right?
Yes.
We want you to have a delicious dinner this weekend,
Yes.
right?
Is it time to eat?
Not time to eat yet. Sophia's.
Getting there.
We're going to actually start cooking on the mushrooms. Jen's going to get started on that. We're making stuffed mushrooms. Stuffed with what? Well, that's what you're going to find out.
Wow, that's right.
Right.
That's
All right.
right.
So let's move this over.
Okay.
Jeremiah, will
So
take the
good.
West Bend again, please.
They're so good.
Delicious, yeah.
West Bend coming up.
West Bend, yep.
And the
This,
mushrooms.
look at this. Yummy.
I'm gonna borrow this tray right there.
When I stuff the mushrooms with the stuffing of stuff.
You can help. You can help.
Nice.
Everything is help. So we're gonna get the pizza out away. We're gonna get this out of here. Jen, you can start chopping before we hook this up.
Okay.
And let me move this out for now so you
Well,
can
these
chop
can
a little
saute while we chop if you
bit.
want.
Well, let me
That's up to
finish
you.
this.
Oh,
We're gonna
yes.
finish the pizzas. Look at that. This is yummy. Jen likes them a little undercooked. I like them a little overcooked. So we're trying to compromise a little bit and make them halfway in between. But actually we're just, if you can see, we have our cannolis layered on here. And they're gonna stay on there to dry. Jeremiah, can you take that away for me, please? Thank you so much. And then if you wanted to crisp them up, you could put them in the oven at 350 for about 5 to 6 minutes, and that will totally crisp them up. If you have a lot of humidity in your area, oh, did I just do that? If you have a lot of humidity in your area and you leave them out, they will soften overnight. Then you need to re-crisp them up, either toasting them in your toaster oven or just putting them in the oven like I had said. All right, let me get rid of this. It's hot. I'll be right back. Excuse me.
So another thing about cooking, Dana and I both have in common is we try to use almost everything that we have. And so right now I'm taking the stems out of the mushroom caps so that we can stuff them. And we're going to, there's a couple different uses you can do with these. We're going to chop them up and use them actually as part of the stuffing. But you can also, I've used them as breadcrumbs and meatloaf or meatballs. It's a great, actually little dried mushrooms work wonders as breadcrumbs. So
That's awesome, and they probably absorb all the moisture.
they do, and the flavor. So.
And the flavor, yep, that's what you
And
want.
if some people don't like the flavor of mushrooms, and if you use just the stems, chopped up real fine, most people won't taste them. So
All right, so we're gonna get started on the West Bend. We're gonna just saute the mushrooms.
we're gonna
a little bit?
saute the mushrooms bottom
We're using
down.
olive oil for
Yep.
this.
We're just gonna get them ready to go in the oven. And these are wonderful organic
I love
mushrooms.
stuffed mushrooms. We went to Wegmans yesterday. What'd you think of
I
Wegmans?
had a ball. I loved Wegmans. I wish that we had Wegmans close to me. I
Me-
love the
Me
feel
too.
of the store.
Yeah, it's a little bit far for us, but we do go to Wegmans a lot because they have stuff that there just doesn't have any place else,
I'm
like the
impressed.
goat brie.
Mhm.
We got the goat brie there. Oh my gosh, that was amazing, right?
So that Dana can eat it. I'm so excited.
Yay. And Sophia's actually, she wants to chop, Jen, so can you let her get started on
Absolutely.
chopping?
Let's chop some
Anything
onion.
but that.
Anything but the
Ready?
onion,
You wanna
okay.
do the onion?
You want to do the
I can do
cilantro?
it all.
You could do it. She'll do the garlic, the cilantro, she'll do all that.
Okay. All right.
Alright, so we're just gonna saute these
Just saute them in a little olive
a
oil.
little bit. Get some olive oil. We think we have enough?
I think we have enough.
You guys think we have enough?
Bishop,
Is that enough mushrooms?
I can do it all.
I love stuffed mushrooms, so this
And then
for
just
me
make
is-
sure you're getting
Like
the.
this
Sorry.
one, I dice it.
I tossed them over when I showed you guys.
Now look, you have
Fell
extra
over.
mushrooms for later. Isn't that exciting?
Alright, good. Alright, so Sophia's gonna do, we want a fine chop on the onion, honey.
One fine
right?
chop. Yep.
You want another knife or you want that? You want a knife to do the mushrooms or no?
I can do that. Sure.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave the cilantro here. We have some mushrooms and garlic already chopped. We need the brie, right?
The brie. Yeah.
And we need the basil.
Yes. So you're gonna
See,
do
this
half
is the-
brie and half not.
If you want.
Okay.
We have this nice goat brie that we got at Wegmans. It's delicious. and it actually comes beautiful like this, wrapped in a little wooden box. So cute, right? So it's very, very soft on the inside, and it's got the skin on the outside. We use the whole thing, right, Jen?
Yes, everything.
Some people will not use the skin and just eat the inside, but we used it all.
And it tasted great.
We'll do that last, okay? That one last.
That one's
Do you want
last.
your own cutting board? I can give you your own cutting board.
We can share.
You want to share?
We can share. Sophie and I were pals now, but you took my mushrooms.
I'll get you your mushrooms. And put them in a little bowl for you so everybody can see you chopping.
Thank you.
Alright, so Jen, when you first got started, like, you were cooking for somebody that had allergies, right?
I actually, I started coaching first
Okay.
because after the drastic changes my body went through, people were asking me what I was doing, and I actually just started helping people. I became certified to coach and just started sharing my story and my message, and then I started a support group locally through my church, and we learned all of the techniques of sticking to any dietary lifestyle that's going to be healthy, and you have to set goals and really surround yourself with people that might do the same thing as you so that you can be successful. It really helps to have a partner and
Accountability and
support and on those tough days it's good to have somebody to talk with. So I started a support group, and we really enjoyed each other's company, sharing recipes, but we also got results in about 6 weeks that
Wow.
most of them weren't expecting. I mean,
Yeah.
there were people there that were already gluten-free, that went grain-free, and one lady's cholesterol dropped 44 points in 6 weeks.
Go take a break.
Then we also had people lose weight, sleep better, feel better, their joints didn't hurt as much.
It's amazing.
It was amazing to experience
incredible.
that. Yes.
And
yes.
a lot of the times you just need somebody like Jen that's proven to do it and be successful at it to just help you along the way. And not necessarily that you're going to pay for a service or you have to go to a certain doctor or specific, just someone who's done it and proven that it's worked.
Right.
That sometimes helps you get over the hump when you're there. I know that, we've had a lot of opportunity to help people with Hashimoto's, and
Absolutely.
you have too, and
Yes.
even just some cancer patients, things
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
And Jen has a mission. She wants you to have optimal health. She wants to help you live a life that's healthy and delicious, not
Yes.
just healthy or just delicious.
Right.
She wants you to have both. So if you have any questions, you can email her, info, right?
Info at
GGFF Gourmet.
Nope, GGF Gourmet.
GGF.
Sorry.
Okay, you say it.
GGFgourmet.com.
Okay, so if you have any questions, you can email her there. Yes, let's check. Take it out. We're going to check the spaghetti pie because we want to do the second part of it, and we know that we're giving you a lot of information. We know that she's going to post the recipes on her Facebook page.
The
On your
brie recipe, the brie mushroom recipe is on my website. It says blog, and under blog are all my recipes.
Okay, good.
And then
Go
the
there.
spaghetti pie recipe will be posted this week.
She'll be posting that up, and if you need to rewind or whatever, you can rewind. The Periscope will be up for 24 hours so that you have a chance to watch it for 24 hours. Our live stream, which of course is up all of the time, we have over 50 episodes on there.
Wow.
We have over 450 recipes that you can go to
Yes.
and, create and make it yours. Make it your own recipe. All right, how do we do? Spaghetti pie. Jen, you want to put the second part in here and show
Yes,
them?
absolutely. Is it still wet though?
Little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So
But we're going to bake it a little
with
bit more.
using just the egg yolks and the other one, it was already dry.
It was
so
a little tighter, yeah.
yeah. that
Thank
might
you
be-
for joining us, Celiac Hashi Girl. This is a Hashimoto's girl,
Great.
Angela.
Welcome.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, Angela. Thanks for joining.
It's a club we don't necessarily want to be a part of, right?
Yeah, Hashimoto's club. It's the combination of the two.
But we're taking care of ourselves with
All right,
food,
so today we're making a spaghetti pie. We're doing a paleo, grain-free, dairy-free version for you. We're actually doing this one with dairy. Oh, you're making cilantro? Sophia's cutting cilantro. We're doing spaghetti pie,
Yes, you can cut that.
grain-free cannolis, and stuffed mushrooms. Now, this is a action-packed show that we have with the gluten and grain-free gourmet Jen. I just call her Jen. You guys can call her the grain-free gourmet if you want, because that encapsulates no grain or gluten, right?
Right, no grain or gluten, or soy.
Right. All right, so what we have here is the grass-fed beef, and I wish I did. Somebody tell me how to do that, and I will do it.
What's
I
that?
read about it, some catch, and I do need to do that, but I haven't gotten there yet. Thank you. All right, so we're going to put the grass-fed beef with Jen's special Italian seasoning that we use right into the pie, right? Is that what we're doing?
We're gonna put the cottage cheese first, actually.
Alright, so we have a cottage cheese mixture. She's gonna put that in there. Why don't you finish that and let Sophia chop?
Sure. And if you are dairy free, we can just take this part out. You could do it without, or you could replace it with a cashew.
Yes, you can do a cashew. You can do a cashew ricotta cheese, which is just cashews soaked and then ground up with a little bit of apple cider vinegar and some salt, and that's really, really delicious. And you just need a thin layer on the middle there, right?
Right. Just a thin layer.
Jen's making it for herself so she can eat on the way home all the way back to Ohio. So she's
Okay.
using cottage cheese.
Yes.
Which is a great substitute for ricotta cheese, or you can, if you do soy, you can do whatever soy you want.
And we just added some herbs from Dana's garden, just some herbs in there, some sea salt, and that's going to be the middle base there.
Thank you.
And
Go
then
ahead, you
we're,
want to put the meat on?
yes, we're going to go ahead and just put
You
the
need
meat
a
on
spoon
top.
for
I
that?
do. You have one handy?
How about a fork?
Fork will work just fine.
Okay.
So we took the grass-fed beef and combined that with the Italian seasoning, and we also added her garden tomatoes, so everything is local and yummy and as healthy as possible. And this
As close to possible as nature as possible.
that's right. That's
As
right.
close to nature.
And this is a great dish, really for people who even aren't gluten free, because who doesn't love spaghetti, right? So you just make
Love
it with the
spaghetti.
squash noodles. We did that earlier. We took the squash out. We baked the squash for an hour, and
I'm gonna show
the
you
noodles
that.
came out really fine. And that's the base with some egg and Romano cheese.
Now, here's our spaghetti squash. We roasted it whole in the oven at 350 for about an hour.
Yeah.
Then we cut it in half, took out the seeds, and then we took out all of the noodles. Look, Sophia scraped that sucker clean, didn't you? Good job,
She did
girl.
great on that. She did better than both of us.
Yeah, she definitely did.
Hey, are you gonna go home with me? Can I take you home? I need an assistant.
Right, so when we had the spaghetti squash come out, we drained it, we squashed the squash. Jen told me I had to squash the
Gotta
squash.
squash the squash. Get
So
the
we have
water
a
out.
towel in a colander and we squash the squash down. And then look at these beautiful strands. Look at those.
Look at those.
Delicious,
You can't
right?
even tell they're not pasta.
Spectacular. Love it. Those are delicious. Alright, now I'm going to take, while she's putting the meat on, I'm going to take the mushrooms out. I just put a little bit of olive oil in our Pyrex. And yes, I'm using my hands. I gotta go get towels before I burn myself. Don't want to burn myself. We've had a lot of burns, a lot of drops, a lot of scrapes on the show. Especially because we go live that we never edit, so it just comes out that way. And we have Jeremiah today. He's like in the background. He doesn't have much work to do because Jen is here. So Jeremiah gets to actually sit down and relax.
Yeah, the
I
bread.
know, I'm working.
I know. They won their soccer game yesterday for the Penn State tournament, first round. They won in penalty kicks. And so then this week they have another game. And Jen got to come with us to the game and hear all the crazy parents yelling like lunatics. Right, Jen?
Yes, I did.
My
My life was
adults and
softball,
watching.
baseball, and gymnastics, and now
And your
volleyball.
daughter has a volleyball
She,
tournament, right?
yes, she starts her volleyball tournament on Thursday.
Yay. We're going to wish her luck now.
We are.
You better eat some spaghetti pie to give yourself some energy. So
I'm
you
gonna
can
have to save her some.
Yeah, you better
She's
save
probably
her some.
hungry when I get home tonight.
Yeah, because you're not there. She hasn't eaten
She
all
probably
week,
hasn't
probably.
eaten all week.
Hi, Lynn. Thanks for joining us. Oh, thank you for the green hearts.
Oh, we got green hearts.
Yay! We got green hearts for the Gluten and Grain-Free Gourmet.
All right,
here today,
thank
Jen
you.
Cuevas. And we're actually making delicious spaghetti pie. You guys have to try this. It's amazing. We wish you could come down and have a bite. Yeah. Now, what I'm doing, you guys see me? What's this hanging on me? Prosciutto. We're going to do a little prosciutto topping for our stuffed mushrooms. This is going to be amazing.
Are you gonna tell
We're
my
making
secret?
grain-free cannolis. Yeah, it sounds really yummy. What's the secret?
That I had never had that before.
Okay, so Jen's going to tell you all about her prosciutto experience. Go ahead, Jen.
Yes,
all
we
you.
were at Wegmans, and I was lamenting that there is never pepperoni or salami without dextrose, which is corn sugar. Lots of green hearts. Look at that.
Lots of green hearts.
Lots of green
man.
hearts.
Yeah.
And and I'm not Italian. I did grow up with a grandma who was Italian, but I'm not Italian myself. So, and where I live, there's not as much exposure to different
To
foods.
Italians like us.
Well, there's the different foods, the cultural foods. They're, if I drive an hour, I can find them, but not real close to me. So, she asks me if I've had, and I'm not going to say it because I'm going to say it wrong, prosciutto. I speak Espanol, not Italiano.
It's very close though, very close.
And so, so I was very privileged yesterday.
So she had to read the
First
label
time.
first, which we know is 2 ingredients on prosciutto. You guys know what those are? Put it up there if you know what the 2 ingredients of prosciutto are. Somebody on live stream, I'll send you a prize if you get it right.
All right, prize.
We're going to send you a cookie from the Gluten and Grain-Free Gourmet if you get this answer right.
Wow.
So, the 2 ingredients of prosciutto are, let's see if anybody gets it up. If you guys want to post it on my Facebook page, I'll wait and hold off, and I'll send a prize to you then. But right now, I'm going to get finished on. We're going to crisp up the prosciutto that Jen never had before. It was her first time. Salt. Yeah, we got that. We have 2 ingredients. What's the 2 ingredients? I'm going to send you a prize. I'm going to send you a cookie from the Gluten and Grain-Free Gourmet. If you get this right. There's 2 ingredients in prosciutto. No Googling. That's no Googling. We're crisping it up right now. If you get it right on live stream, I will still send you a prize. Just let me know your answer. You can go to Facebook. Pork and
Salt and pork, she said salt.
you said, was that Angela? Was that
No,
you?
the same person said
Celiac
pork and
Hashi
salt.
girl?
No,
Okay, you got it.
Travel
got
Laugh Love.
Who is it?
Travel Laugh Love.
Oh, Lynn. Hi, Lynn. You got it right.
Travel.
All right, we're going to send you a cookie. Look. We're going to send you a cookie from the Gluten and Grain-Free Gourmet. Jen, this is paleo. This is grain-free, dairy-free, soy-free. It's made with cashew butter. Do you have nut allergy? Please say
That
no.
was my question.
Please say no. If you do, we'll send you something else. That's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it. If you're allergic to nuts, we'll send you something else, but I'm going to send you a cookie from the Gluten and Grain-Free Gourmet.
Yeah, we make a sun butter cookie too.
These chocolate bars?
Awesome, no allergies.
Oh, no allergies. Okay.
Awesome.
She's good. Great.
You got a cookie. I'm gonna you're gonna have to Facebook me your address, okay? What are we making? Thank you for asking. We have a
Dana, look
delicious
at this.
spaghetti pie. Can you hold that up,
Look at
Jeremiah?
this.
Can you go show them, please? Just gluten and dairy. We got you covered, girl. We're making a delicious spaghetti pie today on Periscope and live stream. Don't
Look
miss
at
our
that.
live stream.
Oh.
Jeremiah's dripping a little bit. It's okay. What's in the spaghetti pie? We have roasted spaghetti squash. We have our grass-fed beef. We have this covered with pecorino romano and a little bit of Irish cheddar, right?
Yes.
And then we have Jen's Italian seasonings that we use. She has a gluten-free seasoning packets that are phenomenal. She has every flavor you can imagine. And if she doesn't,
I can
you
make
can
it.
make it.
Absolutely.
My favorite one is the chipotle, which she just let me have some today. So I'm excited to make some kind of chipotle hummus with that.
Yes,
So
or,
they go
or
with the
beans or steak, anything.
Yep.
Anything like that.
All right, so we're crisping up our
We're gonna put this
prosciutto.
in
We're
the
going to
oven.
put the spaghetti pie back in the oven at 350. This is getting crazy in here. This is crazy in here today, right, Jen?
Oh my gosh, we got so much good stuff.
We got
going
so
on.
much going on. We have spaghetti pie, we have grain-free paleo cannolis, and we have a stuffed mushroom. This is like my birthday dinner.
It's great.
This is like happy birthday to me. I love it. This is my birthday dinner. All right, get started on the mushrooms. You got to finish this, Jen.
You got it.
Jen's going to finish stuffing the mushrooms. Sophia's going to help. How long in the oven? About 20 minutes. First we bake the shell for
Yes.
20 minutes.
Yep.
And then we bake the pie on the top for about 20 minutes.
And if you don't like
that
if you don't like it soupy, then you might want to just use egg yolks instead of the entire egg.
Yeah, if you want your spaghetti squash a little drier, wait, what?
It is very creamy inside. We should have put it in the refrigerator, huh?
Yeah, I can send you the cannoli, but that would be amazing, right? You'd have to come to New Jersey to get it. You want to try the cannoli? It's going to be delicious. Okay. All right, we're going to start finishing up here. We have our prosciutto crispy,
Okay.
and we're going to take that off. And Sophie, you want to dice that? Oh, here,
It's
this off
pretty
here.
creamy.
Get this off here.
So our brie is already a little soft, so we're just going to.
Watch your fingers.
You can leave it in the refrigerator and it'll stay firm. Makes it easier to cut. But I'm borrowing her amazing knife to just cut
That's
little pieces in
Sophia's
there.
special knife, you know
I
that.
love that. I just stole
Yeah.
it from her. I hope she doesn't mind. I'll
No,
give
she
it back.
doesn't mind.
Okay, good.
She's very good at sharing, just not her food. Or
I
her
can understand
cookies.
that.
I shared with Daddy. I shared my cookie with Daddy, but he didn't want it last night.
Oh, wow. Which cookie was that?
The one that he did.
Oh,
Daddy.
for a cookie.
Daddy and cookies are hand in hand. Okay.
He says
Oh,
they call
all
her.
right. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get started on eating because that's really the
Yeah,
most important part.
Did you just
We get
say
to
eating?
eat?
Did
I
you
didn't know
just
that.
say the word that I
Okay.
think
Stop.
you
Stop.
said?
Stop. Jeremiah, please get the spaghetti pie that we made and put it back in the oven for a few minutes. We're gonna go a little bit longer today because we just don't want you to miss out on seeing the spaghetti pie finished. So Jeremiah's gonna put that in the oven for about 5 minutes to warm it up. Can you just show them that, please, before you go? This spaghetti pie was made with bison so that I can have it, and just an egg yolk. Oh my gosh, it looks delicious.
And that one doesn't drip. I think the whole,
Yeah.
you don't need the egg white in it.
Alright, so what we're gonna do with the mushrooms is we're gonna chop the prosciutto and put a little bit on the top. You wanna do that?
We are
I'll do
going,
that for
are we
you.
gonna do half without dairy?
Yes.
Okay.
We're
So
doing-
what we're doing on my website, the recipe's out there for these mushrooms, and instead of the cheese, if you can't have cheese, if you're paleo, or have dairy intolerance, then another way to stuff the mushrooms is we just put little pieces of brie in here. Yes, we would love for you to make this sometime.
Yes,
That'd be
make it
fantastic.
and tag us. We
This
wanna
is
see
wonderful. So we're gonna do half with prosciutto.
it. Yep, prosciutto.
Instead of the cheese, and I promise you it's gonna be fantastic, because on my website the recipe says to use bacon if you can't have the dairy.
You
So
can't have them. Yep. Alright, so what are we gonna do with this?
actually this needs sautéed.
Okay. Oh, we need to saute
yeah, sorry
that.
about
That's
that.
right. That's okay.
Yep. So we're gonna saute this mixture. We have cilantro in here. We have the pieces of the mushroom stems. We have a little bit of Italian seasoning, oregano, and basil. There's red onion in here, and a little bit of garlic, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And a little bit of garlic.
A little
You
bit of
always
garlic.
need the garlic.
So we're gonna saute this in some olive oil,
Okay. Yep. I got it.
and then this is essentially what you stuff
That's the
with.
stuffing.
You could just use that honestly as the stuffing. A lot of look at all the green hearts. That's fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we're gonna saute that. We're gonna stuff the mushrooms on top of the brie cheese, or just inside the mushroom cap by itself. And we can add the prosciutto, or you can leave it off. Either way. So these are great appetizer. I've made
Delicious.
these for New Year's Eve. I've made them for all kinds of parties, and everybody. Nobody knows they're gluten free. Nobody knows they're grain free. So you can just take these, then you know that you can have something to eat and
Yeah.
be safe.
Because
So-
normally they stuff mushrooms with breadcrumbs, which is the
All the
way that
time.
we did it. Or my mom has a really special recipe that she stuffs the peppers with, can't tell you what's in them, but
Oh.
breadcrumbs are in there and pinoli nuts. And that is normally the traditional way to do it. But when you go grain free and you have to switch out things,
You have to switch
you need
out.
to find other things that taste like the real thing, but actually are better for you. And they just kind of trick your brain into going, is this, like you eat it and you're like, is this really grain free? Is this really stuffed mushroom? Because it tastes like a stuffed mushroom, right?
Absolutely.
So we like those
Absolutely.
little tricks.
We
Do
do.
we need any of this, or can we get rid
I
of it?
think we're
all?
good. We're gonna put
Okay,
this
let's
away
get
so
rid
you
of
can
that.
enjoy that later.
Ah.
Love some
So
brie.
we have the nice crispy prosciutto that we're gonna use. First, we're gonna saute this a little bit, right? Just a little bit, Jen?
Just a little bit, just until it's a little bit
Just to
tender.
soften it up a little bit.
Just soften it up. Get those onions tender. That's always the
This
trick,
smells
right?
so good. I wish you guys could smell this. Look at this.
Fantastic.
We've got
so
cilantro.
easy. I mean, if you're in a hurry for a party and you need something quick, this is honestly, we're taking a little longer just because you
We're
could chop
talking.
this in the food processor in 30 seconds.
Yes.
You can
absolutely.
saute the mushrooms in 2 minutes, and then
Look at all the
you can.
green hearts.
You don't even have to put it in the oven. We put it in the oven to just give
Instead
the
of
mushrooms
cheese?
that nice. What does that
Instead
say?
of cheese, we're using prosciutto.
Prosciutto.
So you can
or
swap
bacon.
it out.
You can
Or
use bacon.
bacon.
Yep.
If you can't have any cheese, or you can use Daya, which is, if you don't like that, don't use it, but that's the other cheese alternative. Or you can do the cashew cheese. The cashew cheese now, they're selling it in the store.
Are they really?
Yeah, I don't know
Wow.
exactly what's in it, so you have to read the labels, but they have a cashew cheese. You like Daya, so use the Daya instead. They have a Gouda block. You can chop the Gouda into little squares and stuff it in the mushroom if you want.
But I think that has soy, doesn't it? Doesn't the day
I
have
don't
soy?
think so,
It has
because
something.
we eat Daya.
Oh, it has
It might have
something
the
in it.
carrageenan in it, I don't
Maybe
know.
it's that.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Alright, so we're done sauteing this, we're gonna turn it off.
But like I said, you could just stuff with this, with what we're making here in the saute,
Yep, so
because you could just stuff that on top and sprinkle with whatever herbs you like.
this smells so good. It smells so good. Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, both are soy free. Great, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That was Angela or Lynn?
I didn't see the name.
Is it pink or green? I know by your heart color.
This is new to me. Sorry.
It was pink.
It was pink.
Okay, I think that was Lynn, yeah. Lynn
Angela.
and Angela. Oh,
Okay.
sorry, okay. Angela, you're out in California, right? You have Daya? Yes. I'm gonna let Jen know, to check you out.
Absolutely.
Alright, so we have,
Yes.
Is
she's
she
in
vegan?
California, yeah.
Is she vegan?
No, you're not vegan, right?
Okay. Oh wait, I got a yes. Does that mean?
Oh, she's vegan?
I don't know. Somebody said yes.
Kinda.
Kinda.
Okay,
Kinda.
kinda.
vegan.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this ingredients and Jen and Sophie are gonna stuff it into the mushrooms,
We are.
and then we're gonna use some of the prosciutto in there, right?
We
Are we
are.
putting it in here?
We're going to, because we're gonna separate and do some of them.
So we're doing dairy-free and a dairy version, and we're using our goat brie in the dairy version. We have Dairy
Here, you can
Select,
start
Sophie and I, so we used to be completely dairy-free, and we went to Dairy Select because my doctor told me that I could have dairy from overseas. So anything from Italy, Ireland, Switzerland, we can have. So we don't do a lot, maybe 4 ounces a week total, but we have the option of doing it. Hi Lynn, yes, Lynn is here. Thank you, Lynn, for joining. Yeah, Lynn does these gluten-free tours in New York.
Oh, fantastic!
Yes, and Lynn, you know what?
Wonderful.
Next time Jen is around, we're gonna have to all get together and do
Yes.
something because she's in Ohio and she comes to New York once in a while, but not a lot.
Lynn, I just went to
Jeremiah.
Hughes. There, it's a paleo restaurant down, I think it's East Village. It was fantastic, excellent. So I'm sure that's on your list already.
Yes.
But
Yeah. And coaching. Yeah, she does gluten-free
yes, I
coaching.
do coaching. Mm-hmm.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to give you Jen's website, and you can go, and any of these products that she has out here, you can actually purchase, because we're going to get eating now. You're going to put that away.
Okay.
Jeremiah, bring us the mushrooms and all the stuff that we can munch on. Now it's time to eat, guys.
Yay!
We hope you BYON. Yep, right, Sophia? Bring your own napkin, because it's time to eat. It's time to eat. All right, just wait. Let's clean this up. Let's
Get
rid
this
of
in
this.
the oven.
Yep, we're going to move this along here. So what we have, this Jen brought this for me. This is gluten, dairy, egg, soy-free cookie. It's made with cashew butter. It's unbelievable. So
Yes,
yeah,
and
go
for our vegans,
These are-
those are vegan cookies.
these are the vegan cookies.
Yes.
Yay!
Yay!
So
And
I'm
the
not a vegan, but I can't. I only have the egg yolks.
and the no bakes are vegan as well.
Which I'm going to show you, but I want a cookie first. All right, so she has this paleo oatmeal, which is phenomenal. You're going to have to try this. Does it come like this?
It comes like that.
All right,
It's
so you can get this on her website, and your website again.
ggfgourmet.com.
And she's got these amazing bliss balls. These are no bakes. They're fantastic. They're paleo, right?
Yes, they're
Grain-free.
completely paleo vegan.
And she has a couple different flavors. We got pumpkin. You guys have to try the pumpkin.
You said
So
we.
good. We got pumpkin.
Yes,
We got me.
Dana got pumpkin
I got
spice.
pumpkin, which means we, as in me and Jen, got pumpkin. We ate them in the car yesterday. Alright, so let's get the cream. What we're going to do, we want to grab the cashew cream too. Oh, these are our stuffed mushrooms. Sophia's eating them all.
Where's the good
Jen,
Okay.
you have a mushroom
Oh,
before.
wow.
Yeah, let's have one
Thank
of
you.
these. No, I want one.
Do we do cheers or anything?
You want to do cheers?
Let's do cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to grain free.
Cheers. There you go. You love pumpkin too?
Now this is why I'm eating them all.
Am I allowed to
Alright.
say espesita?
What does that mean?
Exquisite, I think.
Oh, yes, delicioso.
Ah, we got hearts. We got good
Yes.
hearts. Yes.
All right, so it's time to eat. So Sophia's going to pass out the napkins and the fork.
And I got the green one.
Hi, thank you very much. We're glad you're joining us. We are on live stream and Periscope. If you miss our Periscope and the 24 hours expire, you can go to live stream and watch it. Of course, you can go to our YouTube channel, which we, whatever. We're working on it.
Thank you.
I have my son working on it. It's very good. I love YouTube. We just haven't figured it all out yet. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pass out our plates. We have some nice plates.
Look at my green napkin.
We got a green napkin for the gluten, but for gourmet, you gotta have
I
green.
did.
And we're actually gonna cut into our spaghetti pie. Oh, good. We just put in the catch. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to do it. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a slice for everybody. Everybody. Gluten-free grandma is quiet today. We were like a whirlwind this morning, and we hope that we gotta feed her so she can clean up.
I think she's still thinking about that pumpkin spice muffin. I don't know.
Jen, nobody can hear you over there.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay,
She
sorry.
had a pumpkin spice muffin for breakfast this morning. So did you, right?
We're gonna go with
the
it. That's the
cutest.
delicious face.
All right, so
okay.
here's a
I
piece.
can't find the cream. The coconut cream.
I got the coconut cream
Okay.
right here.
Yes, you do.
All right,
You're not having any?
save some for later. She's full.
Ah.
All right, so Jen and I are gonna try. We're gonna first try the spaghetti pie. You want to try it?
And
You
I've
want
never
a bigger
had this.
piece?
No. Oh, sure.
Yeah, give gluten-free grandma the little one. Jeremiah will handle it.
Okay.
We've got our
Cheese.
Dubliner on top. That's delicious. You could use your Daya.
And this is with the bison, so
Mhm.
I've never had. I don't think I've had the bison before. Is it good? All right, here we go.
The meat sauce is phenomenal.
Mmm.
That meat sauce is phenomenal.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
that's a little version of my grandma's recipe
Oh,
passed
okay.
down. So,
Yummy.
oh dear.
There you go.
So see how the spaghetti noodles are? I mean,
They're really nice.
They can-
Very nice.
they came out a little bit al dente, but
Yeah.
it's
love
not
them.
bad. It's not a bad thing.
I'm gonna eat the last mushroom. I'm gonna put my stuff away. Can I
Aw.
have this one? Okay.
I think we have success here. What do you
Yeah.
think? And you can have this
We
ready.
have to do the cannolis now.
You can have the dinner ready in half an hour. It's a great, and then the spaghetti pie will freeze. Leftovers will last a good week. What's that say?
Oh yeah. You have to come visit. Yep.
Absolutely.
Come down. Come and eat. We love to have everybody come and eat with us.
Yes.
I'm
I'm gonna be back next week. Is that okay?
Yeah, she's gonna be back next week. I gotta have another bite.
I know it's delicious. It really is.
I love spaghetti pie. That is amazing. All right, so now what we're gonna do? We're gonna get the cashew cream. Where's
Thanks
the
for the green
cashew
hearts.
cream? Can you get the cashew cream
Is
out?
that it?
No, this is the coconut cream.
Oh, that's the coconut cream. Oh, the
So what
cashew
we have,
cream.
we're gonna stuff our cannolis. Look, we have little shells right here. Look at those
Aren't
cannoli
those
shells.
incredible? Look at that.
Yes.
Grain-free, soy-free, dairy-free.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they were so amazing. Right, so we're gonna do one with the cashew and one with the coconut. Can I have one more baggie, please? Do we have any?
And I'm so excited because I've been wanting the cashew cream, all the green hearts.
Yeah.
And I was just amazed. It's the taste and texture of this cashew cream is incredible.
Good chocolate
I
chip.
can't wait to go home and make some more.
All right, I know I'm stuffing my face. The cashew cream is very simple. I don't want you guys to freak out because it's easy. And I'm gonna read it to you, okay? The cashew cream, we soak the cashews overnight. We put them in the food processor and ground them up.
You can make it.
3 tablespoons of coconut sugar, 1 tablespoon of pure maple syrup. It's so easy, and we use 1/8 of a teaspoon of arrowroot starch. Why do we use the arrowroot starch? We want it to stay together, but you could use that powdered sugar that we made earlier before if you don't want to use the arrowroot starch and you wanted to keep it completely out.
Either one will work.
And either one will work. And this coconut cream, look at that. Look at how nice that is.
Somebody's just loving us with the
Yeah,
green hearts.
I know.
love it.
Green hearts. Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is snip off the front. Sophie, would you grab the scissors for me, please? And then, Jen, you're going to be in charge of chocolate chips.
You got it.
Can you be in charge of chocolate chips?
I
Because you
can
know
be
it
in
has to go on the end of the cannoli, right?
Yes, I do know that. I wasn't sure if it was mixed all the way through, but I knew it had to be sprinkled on the end.
Well, you can do either or. Now, with the
Okay.
Enjoy Life chocolate chips, if you mix them through, they kind of almost evaporate a little bit. They get
okay.
really soft. I like my chocolate chips.
Yes, we want them
All right,
nice
why
and
don't you
firm
pick
and
a
whole.
shell for yourself, Jen, and then
Okay.
I'll fill it for you.
All right.
You want this one? You want that one?
You just
No,
this
go
one?
ahead. You
This
pick
is
what
fine.
you want.
Hope that one's good.
Sometimes people like it because it's pretty. They like to look and see the ends.
She didn't see that, but you did. I didn't
All right.
break it. I'm
Jen's
just saying.
got her shell. We're gonna fill this. This is our grain-free paleo granola cannoli shell. I'm saying granola. What's the matter with me now? All right, you're gonna dip
Grain on the
those-
brain, is that what it is?
That was for the chocolate chips.
That
I'm
was for
gonna
the
put them in
chocolate
there,
chips, right?
and she can dip the edges in the chocolate chips.
Wow. Okay, I'm learning as I
Oh
go
my
here.
goodness, yeah. It's always learning. All right,
It's
so I'm
always
gonna make
learning.
myself
The learning journey.
one.
Look how beautiful that
crispy
is.
one.
And you just used a Ziploc bag?
Yeah, just use a baggie
This
and you
woman
just
is
kinda,
incredible. Wait,
we
we got a
don't need
question.
a pastry tip.
Now my husband can finally.
Oh, make you something.
I saw no
Nice.
excuses. That's good. No, that's
Thank
fine
you.
for me.
Thank
Okay,
you very
I'm the
much.
rookie here, so it's not as pretty. Okay.
That's okay. You're good. All right, so we have our grain-free paleo cannoli
Wow,
shells,
Look at that.
cream. You want to do mine too?
Yes, but I'm gonna be more careful. So
And then we
it's
also have our coconut cream that you could fill it with, and that's phenomenal. We actually were running out of time, so we definitely have to take a bite and get out of here. Jen,
Yes.
you want to do the honors?
Oh wow, me?
Yeah, we're gonna do the cashew. We'll take a bite of the cashew cream
Okay.
first.
Yes.
All right, you're gonna have to wait 1 minute. We're gonna finish up the show. We gotta say goodbye.
Oh,
Is this yours or mine?
I don't care.
That's yours.
Okay.
This is mine.
Okay.
Cheers to this.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I don't really like chocolate. You can have it.
Ah. Want a bite? What do you think? Does it remind you of?
Absolutely.
I
Wow.
had a great time today.
I did too. What a
Thank
blast.
you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I'm just blown away.
Guys, we gotta get out of here. We are with Jen, the gluten and grain-free gourmet. Check out her story online. Don't miss the transformational pictures that she has posted on her website. And if you have any questions, you go to
GGFgourmet.
ggfgourmet.com. If you have any questions, you have any comments, you want to follow her, she has a lot of great
Thank
recipes.
you. Can't wait to connect as well.
Yes. And
Thank
we
you.
want to just give a shout out to everybody out there watching. If you have any health challenges, any issues, you can correct a lot of them with some of the food that you're eating. So take the time to investigate, find out what works for your body and what doesn't. And if you need any help, Jen is there to coach you along the way.
That's right.
She does personal chef, she does personal coaching. So if you need any help, you can always get in touch with her. We're so glad you joined us today on ABC Gluten Free.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you,
This was
Sophia, for
fantastic.
helping. Thank you, Jeremiah, for always hooking us up on our digital aspect there.
Yay.
We thank you guys so much for joining us today on ABC Gluten Free. We want you to come, taste and see how good it is to be gluten free. Have a great weekend and God bless. I'm going to keep eating. What about you?
I think so. This is incredible.
Sophia.
Hair by Body Blends, makeup by Artistry, wardrobe by Tula the Boutique. Follow us on livestream, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and YouTube at ABC Gluten Free. ABC Gluten Free is a production of AmericanBots.com. Ciao.
Ciao for now.
Ciao.
3, 4.